Alrighty, and we are good to go versus Ant. This is a low stakes game for us, but our win helps a lot of our friends make the playoffs. Of course, a loss also helps Ant make the playoffs, who's another one of our friends. So, you know, it's like I'm kind of playing on house money. There is the fucking... Okay, this team is like so weird, his team comp. Electabuzz like actually clicks versus me, which is a fucking pain in the ass to say. Lead-wise, I was leading Gara versus Jason in a mock, but this team comp is less susceptible to lead. Maybe it's not. I feel like lead Gara is still fine. We should live and Electabuzz attack even after Terra, or like after we Terra. It's probably gonna be physical with Ice Punch for Shapesmith here. Yeah, I'm not gonna really do a team builder just because it's a low stakes game, but yeah, no, this team comp from him is like, yeah, maybe I could have prepped a little bit differently. It's giving me second thoughts on my build, I'll say that much. If it's knock Electabuzz, that's really annoying for like Guardy. But yeah, good luck, have fun. I do think it will be knock Electabuzz for the record, into Porygon. Like, makes a lot of sense. Theodore, E-Buzzer. I'm like very fat. I'm just gonna Earthquake. This should kill, and we should live. Unless he's like boosting item. I'm gonna grab my Calker. Alrighty. I already locked my move, so hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass, but like Gyarados got like good bulk. Electabuzz does like not have that strong of offenses. And I've got like 160 HP investment. And then if you're like Thunderbolt, 10,000 volt Thunderbolt, Thunderbolts, or like Wild Charge, I'll calc both of them with 252. We Terra. We live either one. So, and that's with no HP investment. I mean, like if he's like a boosting item, like a Life Orb, then maybe not, but knock off. Okay. That's fine. Losing Band is okay by me. Is that EVO? I don't think so. That is EVO. We're at 294. How much did knockoff do? That's less than 100 points of damage, so you're not like max attack. So if I just Earthquake again, that's fine. Ice Punch, yeah. I figured you just overpredict, and this guy is actually like enough of a pain to my build where just trading Gyarados health for it is profitable. We'll get a Moxie boost, which is also nice for us. Which puts us back to Choice Band damage numbers, at least for whatever he sends in next. Which we'll figure out what that is shortly. But no, that's like actually not the worst trade for us in the world, which as funny as that may be, Haunter, annoying for Toedscruel, because like initially I was like, oh, I can just check the Haunter with the Toedscruel. I don't have a way to hit it. Samuel. Is Tar? You Scarf Tar? If you're Scarf Tar, that's good information to have, right? Like, otherwise, I'm just gonna Waterfall it. There are some Tars that can be faster than me, but it's highly unlikely. He'd need to be like a Jolly Tar. So if you go first, I'm assuming you're Scarf. Stone Edge. Okay, so a Scarf Tar, likely. Likely. Maybe I could have gone Pex there, but into likely Scarf Tar, I can just go... Well, if you're Scarf, go into Bisharp. Donald. Yeah, you actually are like very light as far as Pokemon that beat this. Yeah, switching Samuel. Gilbert. Bro. Yeah, I can just chop this. Really, no good answer to a throat chop. You'll take sand from your own Tyranitar. But yeah, I'll just chop it. And we'll see. Hopefully, nothing too crazy damage-wise. Could see like a body press is worst case scenario. He needs to be Colbur Berry for that to even impact, though. And I feel like Boots was the likely choice here so that you live the hits that you need to live. But, yeah. Also, Gyarados. Okay, you are Colbur. Gyarados is like a very high kill leader Pokemon in this league, which is really cool. Body Press. We should live with their Eviolite. Yep. And I can just go for another one. Yeah, I'll just go for another throat chop. And then we'll see what he wants to try to revenge us with, if it's worth just trying to play the Sucker Punch game on it or not. But this is a fine trade for us. This is his Mienshao counterplay, so he kind of has to switch it out, is my thought process. I could have gone guard, but like, we're going to get our 1, I think. Maybe 1+, and it's all we need to do. Torn's like nearly impossible for us to beat. If he's like a very good set, which is physical. I think physical Torn wins pretty cleanly. And if he's special, Guardy will be able to eat that thing up, but we're relying on some strategies to try to take on a physical one, which involves Guardy still tracing this Slowbro to come in and take a hit and then trace the region. Oh, he just let us have Slowbro. Okay, Mienshao like kind of also wins now. Especially if he gives us like Sucker Punch chip on another impactful Pokemon. It's very weird here as well. That thing can Terra. But this is Tar. I'm just going to go into my Pex. You shouldn't be able to knock for a kill. Having the Sucker Punch is likely very helpful to us. And Pex, we will just be able to button into the whatchamacallit, the Mienshao. And if he does knock, this allows us to not risk our Choice Scarf. I don't think you knock, though, because I don't know if it kills. I think you're probably going to click, like, Brick or something. Earthquake. Earthquake is a good neutral click, for the record. Ah, fuck. I'll see what we're going to do. Be right back. I know Ant's been having some connection issues, so... Alrighty, we are back. We discussed already Toxapex is the play. I think we got the exact same roll on the Bisharp with the body press. So, pretty nice for us. And now we're playing again. Let's see what he wants to click here. Don't knock off. Earthquake, awesome. We'll live this pretty well. Not going to regen all the way back to full, but... yeah, I'll just go here and be able to click U-turn pretty freely. If you EQ again, I have a Pokemon to go into in the Toedscruel, of course. Otherwise, like, knockoff could be another good play. Might be able to sell myself on a knockoff here, actually. Yeah. Because worst case, I hit this thing's Scarf, and that's good for me too. The only thing he can do is Earthquake. But knocking, Torn, Haunter, all very useful stuff, even the weird here. Suzy, I think this is Haunter. Yeah. Awesome. Focus Sash? Eviolite, just Eevee to live. Okay. Priority, no, you're Eviolite, so you can't be Custap. Priority's just like Shadow Sneak. Yeah, I'll just knock again. Awesome. Down goes Haunter. That makes Bisharp Sucker Punch a little bit more expendable. It makes Mienshao a little bit easier to click with. We'll go Toedscruel on Weird Ear, I think, if that thing comes in to be able to Toxic it. Could be potentially cheesed by it. Trying to think of, like, lose cons. Could also see Torn come in now pretty freely. honestly. Into Torn with Guard, I like Psychicking more than Moonblasting for a physical set in case it's Defiant. And I'm reminding myself of that because that was something I thought about in preparations. But Rupert, that's Torn, right? Yeah. So Guardy was the initial pivots. We'll see based on damages. Terra Ground offensive. We'll do like nothing with a Terra Blast. If it's special, if it's physical, it'll do more. And are you going to Terra immediately? Prankster. Okay, so you're not Defiant, so you're likely special. Bulk up. Okay, you are physical with Prankster. That's okay. We're just going to Moonblast it down. This is going to probably do a lot, but we want to do damage to this thing. Trading Guard for it is fine. As long as we can put it into Mienshao Axle range, which isn't like anything too crazy. But our like regen potential Trace guy is dead, so like sucks that we won't be able to use that to our advantage. Could see like Citrus Berry as on this thing as the item, or just like no item for acrobatics. My guess is he probably wants to hold Terra with how he's been playing for the Weird Ear. Which, you know, if we just are able to Toxic it, I would feel better about how the game can go. But let's see what he wants to do. Maybe he's considering, oh, what if I'm Scarf? I'm not. I'm very much as all. Okay, Terra this. Very good for us. Very, very good. Terra Ground Blast. Should live. Very defensively. And we'll be able to Vacuum Wave for the tiniest bit more chip, which could be relevant. Tailwind. Okay. Okay. Well. This is fine. This should do a KO. Special attack drop, but because you're not Defiant, that's okay. Citrus Berry activates. We discussed that being okay. We're just going to have to sync up Tailwind's ending now. Moonblast. You could just do the thing and crit for me. Acro. We live. Nice. Moonblast. Okay. Another special attack drop. He's really getting punished for not being Defiant. We'll just take our Vacuum Wave KO. Not KO, but take our Vacuum Wave chip. If it KOs, that'd be cool. I don't think it does. And then we can go Bisharp to stall it. Acro. Yep. And now Bisharp sucker punching is really good. Hold this thing to where it is. Alternatively, no, it is just Bisharp. And then on the last turn of Tailwind, we will just straight up attack it to not allow him to refresh Tailwind, which should be in, oh, this turn. Okay, so we're not going to Sucker Punch. We're just going to go straight on the offensive. That'll prevent, fuck. Okay, I'll be right back. If it's Showdown, it's Showdown. You might just want to continue this on Wi-Fi. Alrighty, so we find ourselves in a sticky situation after we disconnected, but you know, we had I had already discussed what I wanted to do out of this turn, and that was going to be hard attack so that he cannot like bulk up into Tailwind. I just needed to make sure that this Tornadus wasn't alive with fresh Tailwind. So if I suckered here, maybe I could have gotten away with that into hard attack next turn, but I thought that my my sequence would work out a little bit better this way. So I just go for the Iron Head. As you can see, there's no steel resistance, and it would hit Tyranitar that would want to come in super effectively, but realistically I just thought I was going to shoot this Torn down. But T-Tar does actually come in, and we just get that Iron Head damage off. We know it's Scarf Tar. I want to save my Bisharp, so I just go out into Pex. He Earthquakes, that's fine. I can then roll a pivot out into the Toedscruel, obviously free. And now I want to go for a Toxic, limit what Pokemon can do. Weird Ear comes in, or actually no, I just Earth Power. And then I want to go for a Toxic. I get Body Slammed, Para'd into full Para. And now I'm like, wait, I want a Spike so that the Torn can't come in. But I stay full Para'd. And then I just die. Whatever, Toedscruel. You did your thing. And now I just Throat Chop, kill this deer, and we're in a good spot again. Bisharp, I just go into my pecs, you know, play it safe. EQ comes out, I will just sack my pecs at this point. There's no reason to keep it. Me and Xiao, close combat, win the game. And as you can see, that's what we do. Maybe we save a diff point, but we end up not. And with the way the game's shaking out, the diff points really didn't matter. We end up 7-2. We're the sole team that went 7-2. Who went 8-1? We go 7-2. Right behind that, there's a ton of great games that will determine who is pickable for us. So hopefully you guys stick around to watch. And yeah, I won't be able to reveal who we play next week. I know already, but hopefully you guys enjoy this battle. Hopefully you've enjoyed the season. Let's go win another one. Peace.